dating. There's nothing in the Bible about it, no Bible verses, no scripture on it. So where can we look? Well, the Bible does talk about marriage, and when you're dating, that's where you need to look. The purpose of dating as God's people is to find our future spouse, and dating, and by dating, you can find out if that person is right for you to be married to them. So that's kind of a big decision. Marriage is a lifelong commitment, and you're going to be living with that person for the rest of your life. Living with them, dealing with their family, and it can be such a blessing, but it's so important to find the right person. So especially at the middle school age, high school age, it's important to kind of jot down, make a list of what are you looking for? What are you looking for in a future spouse? And in doing so, you can more effectively date, and date with a purpose with the future in mind of marriage. And that may seem kind of overwhelming, especially dating in high school. It's like, wow, don't really want to think about marriage. But that's important, because if you're not dating for that purpose, then why are you dating? Obviously for the secular world, it's for physical things, it's for image, it's for Instagram pictures. But as God's people, it's important to date with a purpose, that purpose being marriage. So it's important to have a list, and number one, as a child of God, the most important thing is that the other person has faith. Faith in Jesus, faith in His promises, and a person that wants to live for the Lord. That's number one. And for me personally, I couldn't marry someone who doesn't have faith. And then other qualities are important as well. Faith is number one, but then there are other qualities that come in line. For me personally, I love sports. I'm super athletic. So I look for an athlete. I look for someone who's athletic, who can play sports with me. Does she have to be a pro athlete? No, but someone who's coordinated, who can go hit the volleyball with me, go shoot hoops with me. That's important for me. I also look for someone who has a sense of humor. You know, someone who I can get along with, talk to. I'm a really sarcastic person, so I want them to find that funny, and someone who I can have comfortable conversation with. That's important for me. I'm fairly introverted, so I look for someone who can hold a conversation and who's maybe a little more outgoing than me, because in a social setting, I want my spouse to be able to initiate the conversations and to be that person between the two of us to do so. And different aspects like that are important to look for. I dated a girl here at college, and she was neither of those. Did she have faith? Yes, that's the number one thing I looked for. That's what initially attracted me to her. But did she have those other things? She didn't. And the purpose, as I said, of dating is marriage. And we found that we weren't the right fit for each other, and that was okay. Also, your list is going to change. My list has changed since my 6th grade year of sex ed, kind of thinking about what I want in a girl, and it's going to change, it's going to evolve, but I encourage you to keep faith as number one, and your interests may change, and you may start finding yourself, your personality, and it's okay to date if you have, through high school, if you have that purpose in mind, because you're not going to do something you regret. You're going to save yourself for your spouse in the future, and you hope that they're doing the same for you through this stage of life. So lists are important. Pray about it, think about it. It's also helpful to talk to other people about it, like, what do you think I need in a spouse? Talk with your family about it. It can be fun, it can be a good conversation, but it's important to have priorities and to keep that in mind, that you're dating, so you can find your spouse. And the secular world obviously gets caught up in the sex aspect of it, as I said, the image, the holding hands through the hallways, the pictures on Instagram, on Facebook, Twitter, whatever. But as God's people, it's important to date with the end goal of marriage. And it can be a difficult thing, but God has a plan as well. So seek out His guidance and focus on what He wants for you, because He wants the best for you.